State, Nigeria, Africa's oil and gas hub, building from the ground up, providing affordable housing and creating new settlements for our people, reducing urban slum and bridging poverty gaps, building sustainable partnerships. In Rivers State, Nigeria, leadership, infrastructure and development are key.
The Rivers State government makes commitment to progressively provide best infrastructure and social services in order to enhance the living standard of all residents and in a more sustainable basis.
Since the inception of the Wike administration in 2015, it has continued to face persecution that seemed determined to distract and make Governor Nyesom Ezenwo Wike finds it difficult to fulfill the import of his electoral mandate. But a leader with an undiluted vision does not get deterred in the face of castigations and formidable conspiracies that tended only to jar. Governor Wike is such a leader. He loves Rivers State and the people. He yearns for constant change, not only in the landscape of the entire breadth of the state, but also a change in the socio-economic status of the people. With such humanity that is blended with the call of leadership, Governor Wike remained committed to delivering services and projects that have continued to reposition the state in the Committee of States and constantly improved the living conditions of Rivers people. It is evident how the Wike administration has prudently used the lean finances that come from the federal allocation and internally generated revenue to improving critical infrastructure in the state. This has contributed to the gradual reduction of urban slums and the bridging of existing poverty gaps among the people. Steadily, the Port Harcourt city space has experienced landmark development that enhances its aesthetics, including other facilities that have enriched social interactions. The city space is gradually expanding to fuse into adjoining rural communities, not only to stem rural-urban migration, but take the city-like economies to them. No one could truly doubt it that Governor Wike policy implementation demonstrated how environmental integrity has been integrated with economic prosperity and cultural vibrancy. It was therefore not surprising that a satellite of international agencies that are promoting causes that enhance human settlements and cities found the modest achievements of Governor Wike in related areas hard to ignore. They become convinced that his administration had continued to mean well for the people and had implemented policies in tandem to the dictates of the International Green Model Initiative. So, Governor Wike was invited over to New York City to receive the Global Human Settlements Outstanding Contribution Award.
Every valley shall be exalted, shall be exalted. The crooked straight
and the rough places plain, the crooked straight, and the rough places plain. And the the rough places bless.
There were 23 awards in 6 different categories, and the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, received his Global Human Settlements Outstanding Contribution Award under the Individual Initiatives to Advance Sustainable Development category. The ceremony was the 12th Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities and Human Settlements Award, and was jointly organized by the Permanent Mission of the Gambia to the UN, the Permanent Observer Mission of the African Union to the UN, the Global Forum on Human Settlements, the United Nations Environmental Programme, the University Peace Federation, the World Association of Non-Governmental Organizations, and the Better City Institute. It was in recognition of Governor Wike's outstanding achievement in the area of urban renewal, sustainable cities, and provision of basic amenities to the residential areas of low-income earners in Rivers State. The honor became Nigeria's moment of glory because Governor Wike was the only Nigerian selected by the Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities for the award. Vice President of Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities, Dr. Taj Ahmad, who presented the award to Governor Wike, said, "All the awardees have made great achievements that merit the awards." The international award was presented to Governor Wike in the presence of international diplomats, development professionals, high-level administrators, and leaders of international non-governmental organizations.
Global Forum on Human Settlements is an organization that awards those who do well to settle, especially the poor. And we are very happy as Africans to see an African who's been awarded this award from the Global Forum, because this African is governor of River State, have done well and helped the poor and create an affordable housing for people. I hope what he have done is just a beginning, and he could do more for the poor, not only in his state but in all Nigeria, and hopefully other governors in Africa will follow up his good steps.
In his acceptance speech after receiving the award, Governor Wike pledged to continue his landmark projects in improving the living conditions of Rivers people. He expressed the appreciation of the government and the people of Rivers State to the organizers of the award for the recognition.
On behalf of the government and people of Rivers State, sincerely thank the organizers of this program and to commit ourselves that will progressively provide the basic infrastructure and social services that will enhance the living standards of all residents on a sustainable basis.
Governor Wike said the award has further spurred him to commit efforts and resources to progressively provide infrastructure and social services that will enhance the living standards of all Rivers people on a sustainable basis.
Well, I want to thank Almighty God for the opportunity that our efforts have been recognized internationally. I will dedicate this award to the entire people of the state for their support, and also thank our team, because without their support, without their commitment, it would not have been possible for us to achieve the little we have achieved. So we're very happy that our efforts have been recognized at the end of the day. And this, of course, tries to contradict what critics will always say, that we have not done anything. But the Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities disagree with them and say that, look, as far as they are concerned, we've done something in terms of urban renewal. So we're very happy and we give to God the glory.
Representative of the United Nations Environment, Mara Morio, said the organization salutes the Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities for having developed the award and the constituency for which it has been organized. The United Nations Environment representatives congratulated the 23 awardees who were selected for their positive achievements and leadership, saying that the awards recognize their feats, which inspire and encourage others to innovate and replicate similar feats.
I have the pleasure to convey my very warm greetings and welcome to all the participants who are joining us from various parts of the globe at the 12th Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable City and Human Settlements Award Ceremony. Our forum this year is the 12th session, meaning that this forum will continue to circle and be endless. I want to thank all our partners for their support and love for this cause, which is committed to sustainable cities and human settlements for all. And we will continue to work together on this to a new level.
Permanent representative of the Gambia to the United Nations, Mamudu Tangara, and Ms. Mara Angelica of the United Nations urged all awardees to continue to work for sustainable cities across the world and collaborate in developing habitable cities.
I congratulate you once again.
再次恭喜大家。
You are a great source of inspiration for those who are coming after you because you are setting the standard very high for them.
Urbanization trends tell us that by 2050, over 70% of people are expected to live in cities. So this is really an opportunity to do things in a different manner, and it's an opportunity also, and it's a challenge, what the role of cities will be on sustainable development. If we want to accomplish the different SDGs, we need to take care of cities, and we need to work in cities to solve the different challenges.
Governor Wike also joined respected world leaders in New York during a special conference to mark the 2017 World Cities Day organized by the Global Forum on Human Settlements and Sustainable Cities, where he made commitment to progressively provide infrastructure and social services that will enhance the living standards of Rivers people. Governor Wike was among 12 leaders from different continents of the world who made commitments and pronouncements to symbolically sustain cities across the world. He said the basic concept of the initiative is to create a city that is designed with the consideration of environmental impact, drive the objective of resolving the problems of global warming, resources and energy, constraints including other social problems associated with rapid urbanization and population growth. Governor Wike said the United Nations has projected that over half of the world's population now lives in cities and urban settlements, and the figure is likely to increase to about 70% by 2050, which means the rapid urbanization will be the reason for most of the environmental and social problems in most parts of the world. According to him, what is left is to intensify the campaign for a successful global buy-in of this initiative in city development planning and implementation across the globe.
It shows clearly that what this initiative tends to do is to create a city designed with consideration of environmental impact. And so that if you are designing the city, you must take into consideration the environmental impact. And so the objective of this model becomes to solve problems of global warming, problems of resource and energy constraints, and other social problems associated with rapid urbanization and population growth. The United Nations have projected that over 70% of the world's population lives in cities and urban settlements, and this figure will increase in 2015. Evidently, it shows that rapid urbanization is responsible for most of the environmental and social problems in most parts of the world. Therefore, the consensus should be what is the solution to these challenges, and this lies in developing cities that integrate environmental integrity, economic prosperity, and cultural vibrancy. This is what the International Green Model City Initiative aims to accomplish. It is a very laudable initiative, and it is the way to go, especially for us in Africa and other parts, where there are social problems of rapid population growth, sprawling urban development, and unsustainable exploitation of resources are impacting negatively on the environment. Sustainable use of resources and the quality of life of the people. I commend the Global Forum for Human Settlement for this section and thank the speakers for their very incisive and thought-provoking presentation. What is left is to intensify the campaign for a successful global buy-in of this initiative in city development planning and implementation across the globe.
During the award ceremony, all the 23 awardees who were honored were drawn from Nigeria, China, Bulgaria, Germany, USA, India, and Indonesia, amongst other countries.